Welcome back to the Automated TV. Back here in the studio yesterday from a great trip to Macau and the Beyond Expo. So got to see a lot of AI innovation. If you missed it, please definitely take a look at the episode yesterday where we got to see a lot of more robots, and got to understand what's going on in innovation in Chinese AI and what makes it so different. So definitely check out the episode from yesterday. Thanks again for 2 subscribers. We're doing really well. We're just always increasing subscribers. It's like 2 or 3 a day. So great progress. Let's keep it up. Thanks for following. Thanks for subscribing. Every single share really does help. Excuse me. To everybody. So please keep on doing that. Okay. First section. Tech CEOs are suffering from AI psychosis. So tech CEOs are playing with AI tools and just getting completely starstruck by basic features and then making some very big, very permanent, honestly terrifying decisions like laying off thousands of actual human beings. So Buck's founder and CEO Aaron Levy gave this exact phenomenon a name on X, calling it AI psychosis. CEOs are uniquely prone to AI psychosis. It's kind of like Gary Tan, right, from Y Combinator. Start coding something and just think it's absolutely brilliant. So let's break down how this psychological meltdown actually works. A CEO fires up a flashy new AI model, builds a quick 3-line demo, generates a basic legal contract in 5 seconds, suddenly the brain shorts out. It's not kind of like that. It's a little more extensive than that, but it's more, it describes the phenomenon, right? And the scary part is that in only a few months, we're just a day away from June 1st, over 115,000 tech workers have been laid off across 152 companies. Right? And we've matched essentially all the job cuts in 2025 in just a little under half a year. And they're really basically saying AI efficiency is the main reason why. ClickUp's CEO, Zeb Evans, for example, has gleefully celebrated cutting 22% of his total staff after deploying 3,000 AI agents, branding the start of a future 100x organization. Now, first of all, I'm just going to react and say, I don't like it. I think gleefully flying is not good. Believe in humans. Believe in humanity. Believe in the people brought you here. Believe in people. AI agents is great. They can make your life easier. They can do a lot of stuff. But ultimately, there's no replacing, hello, human. Hi, what's your son doing? Feeling, touching, loving humanity, loving people, loving the people that you think about and then people you work with. If you don't, then I think you've got a big problem. It's not AI agents is not your problem. I think the fact that you don't have basic humanity, I think, is your problem. So you really, CEOs that are listening to this, you really need to think about, like, do you want to build an organization of humans or you just want to kind of do your own thing? And if you want to do your own thing, great, right? Then go and do it. But if you want to build an organization, you have to invest in people. You have to invest in their journey, their learning journey, their ups and their downs. That's part of it. It's messy. But if you can't handle it, then don't. Don't deal with humans. Don't build an organization. But believe in people. Believe in people. That's really important. Now, this is where the gossip gets juicy. The actual scientific research shows that the corporate hype is light years ahead of reality. Recent UC Berkeley study has looked at the macroeconomic data and found zero solid link between AI adoption and actual productivity gains at scale. MIT researchers chimed in with a reality check. AI agents will only be able to handle most tasks at a basic entry-level capability by 2029. And even Sam Altman, OpenAI CEO, admits he got it wrong. He expected AI to wipe out way more entry-level jobs. So my takeaway is it's balanced, right? We've got the short-term effects and you've got the long-term effects. I believe that it's clearly, you can see the short-term effects are quite profound. People are firing stuff. That's a real effect. People being fired. That's a real effect. Long-term productivity gains. That's going to be a real effect, but who knows how long it's going to be. Prepare if you're the CEO watching this, don't buy the hype. Think about what it actually can do, and then you implement it. Really test and prepare and deal with it before you actually fire and deal with lives and uproot a bunch of lives. If you're a worker, really upskill with AI. Insulate yourself and protect yourself with AI. that's the best advice I can give. And that way you can take advantage of that as a consumer, as a worker. And if the CEO, pause. Human beings are great. To hear stories and to support people, that's a great thing. That's a noble thing. That's what America is about. It's about building people up. It's believing in the humanity of people, believing in the individual. And I think one needs to think about that. And I think one needs to emphasize that and bring that back. Okay, next section. We've got the AI inference and agentic AI generate 450% more web traffic. Cisco has dropped its first ever highly anticipated study on how AI is hitting wide area networks, WANs. Essentially, AI is just using the internet. It is not just using the internet. It is aggressively rebuilding it from the inside out. So AI and autonomous agents will skyrocket consumer-driven network traffic by a staggering 6.6 times by the mid-2030s. That extra load represents roughly 63% more growth compared to a world where AI didn't exist. So here's the analogy. If the internet were a standard road, AI is about to add 6 extra lanes of bumper-to-bumper cars overnight. So if you prefer a different vibe, picture the internet as a standard backyard water pipe and a blast of fire hose. So basically, AI agents, let me kind of put it this way, AI agents is basically clogging up, doing a lot of stuff on the internet, whether it's your knowledge or without its knowledge, and it's just clogging up that highway or that path. And a whopping 70% of extra traffic is the agent constantly pinging back and forth with the core model powering to get its command directions, right? What it's going to do. So what do I think about all this? I think there's a couple of different things. I think first, I'm not quite sure. Like, I think bandwidth-wise, I think we're fine, right? So in a consumer level, we've got enough bandwidth to be able to do stuff, right? As a consumer, you might just have to pay more for that bandwidth because you just have to utilize a lot more. Everything feels a little bit slower. So I think infrastructure-wise, I think we're fine. I think where we're going to deal with is like all that traffic. Can websites handle it? Can we handle it? So we have to pay a little bit more. Cloudflare is a lot more. We might have to use Cloudflare to protect our internet and our website from all this traffic, right? So otherwise things will start feeling slow. So I think maybe overall the cost of surfing the internet, the cost of building on the internet is going to increase as well because of this traffic. People say, blockchain is perfect use case for AI agents. It's not just blockchain. The entire internet is like that. I just think that's kind of interesting. So overall, I'd love to kind of hear in your comment section, what do you think about this? And what do you think the downstream effects are? People that know a little bit more about networking, love to know what you think about the downstream effects. Please let us know in the comment section. Okay, before we go into the next section, I just want to take a break and say thank you very much for your support. We are making always changes and thoughts about how we're doing stuff. Yesterday, you could notice like it was great. The lighting could be a little bit better, but otherwise, I think that's great content. Again, if you like what we're doing, please let us know. We always encouraged by all the content and all the comments that you make, both on the newsletter and on YouTube. And that just keeps us going. We're humans at the end of it. We want to hear from our fans. So definitely let us know. And please like, comment, or subscribe. Okay, next section, around the AI block. Illinois lawmakers just passed America's strongest AI safety bill. While Google's AI can't spell Google, 11 Labs' new music generation model can switch genres mid-track. YouTube will now automatically label AI videos. Robinhood now lets your AI agents trade stocks. And Aaron Brockovich, from the movie, launches a crowdsourced AI data center map. So look, YouTube will now automatically label AI videos. Facebook, Instagram already does that. I think that's a great thing because AI is so good right now. You're just not quite sure whether it's AI or not. So I think it's good. I think you can still tell whether it's AI, but I think there will be very soon a future where you can't. And so I think that labeling is important now so that people get trained on it. And then going forward, we can understand and know that it's AI videos. Robinhood now lets your AI agents trade stocks. I think it's inevitable. I think Mr. Market in Warren Buffett's book is run by AI agents. So definitely you cannot beat the market unless you're long-term. I think that's the way to think about it. You cannot beat the market unless you're long-term. Aaron Brockovich launches a crowdsourced AI data center map. Look, I get it. consumers are wary of data centers because of the pollution and everything. I really don't know, like, really the effects of it. So I need to look into that. So I think that's really what she's trying to build, so that communities are more aware of these AI data centers where they may be, right? So people can actually vote and do something about it. So I think that's ultimately pretty interesting. This is something I need to look into, because I do think that is important. Again, if you're in the comment section, please let us know, what do you think about AI data centers going into your community? That would be interesting to hear. And depending on what community, do you want it, do you welcome it, or you don't? Love to hear what you think. Okay, next section, training tools. We've got terminal native devs, Grok build an open source command line interface that links Grok models directly into your terminal environment. Everybody's kind of doing that, so which makes sense. Always on automation, Gemini Spark is Google's cloud-hosted proactive agent ecosystem. Even when your physical devices are powered down, it continuously crawls to Gmail, Drive, and Calendar to autonomously sort schedules. Kind of interesting. For virtual demo conversions, Wyvern Snap is an AI-powered screen recording and mock-up engine. It transforms raw screen captures into stylized product demonstrations. Kind of cool. And for voice replication, Cydium is a digital twin engine for social media content. Very interesting tools. Going forward, my producer have shared that basically we are going to add videos to, I think, 2 times a week. I'm going to get that wrong. 2 times a week, we're going to have videos on these training tools, so you learn how to do it as well as understand what the tools are. And I think this is going to be really much more important for you, because then you can actually learn and see videos on how to do it. If you want to adopt something, it's better to actually see a video to actually do it. So hopefully you enjoyed this new format. Okay, next section, AI workout of the day. Create stunning product images and business logos with AI. And this prompt is about whether it's from marketing, advertising, or social media, a sharp professional image instantly communicates credibility and attracts attention. And not every business can afford a full photography studio. That's where this AI-powered prompt comes in, lets you generate professional-grade photorealistic images and logos without the guesswork. Pretty cool. I've used versions of this. I generally prefer Gemini and Nano Banana because I think the images are better. And then you can do it multiple times until you get something right. So I think what I did was I don't remember whether I paid for it or not, but I really generated a lot of images before I got something that I was satisfied with, especially with the Asian face. They just ChatGPT couldn't get it right. I remember that now, I recall. So definitely, you may as well pay for some version of it, try it, experiment with it until you get the right thing, and then you utilize it for your own purposes. So definitely, I would say do it, try it, and do it until you can get something professional. Again, depending on your race and your complexion, it may or may not work, or different models might work slightly better. Okay, thank you very much for watching. Again, thank you for 2 extra subscribers. If you like this content, this episode, share it with your friends. Let people know we need more subscribers and likes. And if you ever have comments, please let us know, because we welcome that. We thrive on comments. We thrive on it. So let us know, and see you in the next episode.